We sort of understood that he'd be touch and go, so I know he suffered that, I think it was knee injury during the Six Nations, so he may be a little bit undercooked, but he's a player that has shown a strong ability to be able to come back from injuries quite quickly, so we'll wait and see. Obviously I don't know what sort of shape he's in, but we'll be desperate to, I'm sure, to get him out there because he's such a key figure for them, very strong physically. We know a lot of the strengths that he has, so for us we've planned accordingly during the week that he would be playing. So again, wasn't sure whether Kieran Treadwell or Alan O'Connor would play with him, but in terms of the rest of the selection, it's kind of what we thought. Ulster been going well. I know they picked up a couple of injuries last week. Some of them have made it back as well. So Marty, a bit of a cloud around him. Darren Cables, who went off, looked like he got a bang in the ribs. So again, I'm not sure how he is. We're just making assessments on what we see, like it's what you guys see. So, we've prepared for that type of team. A couple of other guys we thought might feature as well. So, Ulster been going well. They've stuck in games well. They started some games very well, and then just hung in there well. Very dogged. Seem to be quite clear in what they're trying to do. And Dan has done well since he's come in. So a lot of the players, obviously, we've known over a long number of years. We've a lot of respect for these guys. We're very much of the I suppose philosophy that everyone needs to be ready to step in, because like you hear so many coaches give out about injuries, etc., and how the team has come unstuck and unravelled because of injuries. It's not something that we want to use ever as an excuse, and we're trying to invest in players all the time, mainly our own young players that have come through the system, and something that we'll continue to do. So the group is very, very competitive. It's there's lots of tight calls. I think it's very unfair for me to talk about one individual player on that team, because that's not what we're really about. We're a group that we want the group to work hard for each other, and they form good bonds as a group, and they know, like we've talked about it from day one, the start of the season, that people miss out on big days because of injuries or whatever else, and there's some very tight selection calls on a week-to-week basis that we try as coaches to explain to the players as best as possible. But I think it's very unfair for me to talk about one individual, because we've got all these different battles across the team. But that's not what this team is really about. We have a squad of players. As I said, we use 55 players to get us to the semi-finals of the Pro 14, which we know we have coming. For this group, that's this 23 that's in the group today, for tomorrow, that get named. They are going to represent the rest of that group, and all the supporters will be here as well. So. It's quite difficult, for us as coaches to talk about individuals, because we've so many of those selections all across the team. But ultimately, it's about all the group making sure we push each other hard, so we're in the best possible shape. And as selectors, we have some headaches then and decisions to make.